In this video, let's see some of the data types in the Python. So in Python we have inbuilt data types like int means integer, the float and the character, string and boolean. So what is integer? Integer is a number without fraction point. So integer is a number without fraction point. And float is a number with fraction point. Character is a single text and string is a series of text or the word. Boolean is a true or false. So these are the main inbuilt means which is already recognized, which is inbuiltly recognized by the Python as a data type. So how to define these data types? So in Python, we no need to define the data types. As for example, if I tell a is equal to 2, no need to define like int a is equal to 2. As for as C++, there we have to define the variable or the value, their data types. But in Python, it's easy because Python is very intelligent. It recognizes the data type by itself. When I say a is equal to 2, it recognizes that this is the integer value. So a is a type of int. Then if I said a is equal to 2.3, so it recognizes there is a fraction point. So it is recognized a variable as a float data type. So when I enter, so I will give different name to it. Then if I enter c is equal to, I want to give one string value. So here two types, one is character and the string. Character means a single letter. For example, a. It is a single letter. So it is included. So in Python, there is no difference between the string or the character. So that means when you are defining the string or as a character, you have to define it is in a quote. Whether it's a single quote or double quote doesn't matter. So I return as a. So this is identify the a as a string with single character. So when the d is equal to Ankit, okay, so this is a string. So it has a 6 character. So this is how the Python understand that this is a string value. So we need to define it in a code, whether it's a single quote or double quote. So for example, I can define it in a single quote also. If I want, I can define it in a single quote. So when we need to define that in a double quote is when, for example, you are defining one string called it's it's my book. So here, when you define it in a single quote, it won't take it as a full string because you have one single quote within your sentence. So in that time, we have to define that string in a double quote. Then only that whole line is considered as a one string. So when we need to define it in a triple quote like this, when we have our code in for example, I will enter triple quote. When we have our code in like it's my book and I hit enter, then it is okay, it is new one. When I have like my code is like in a two line, I need to define it in a triple quote. Then only it take the whole line, whether it's the first line, second line, the whole as a one sentence. So this is how we have to define the string value. It's okay if you are defining a string value in single quote or double quote when it's single value, but when you have within a sentence you have a single quote, that arises a problem. So we need to define that in a double quote. When you are writing a string in a 2 or 3 line, we need to define it in a or write it in a triple quote. Okay, otherwise it's fine to write it in a single quote. So this is a string. Then we have the boolean value, that is true or false. So we need to write it in a first letter as capital, then all the other letters in small. So in a title case, if you write a true in like this, true, it won't taken as a boolean value because it is case sensitive. The Python is case sensitive, so we need to define in that required manner. So these are the 5 data types, that is inbuilt data type we can call, because it is easily or automatically understood by the Python. So these are the data type. So I will execute this code. Okay, so I executed this code. For example, if you want, when you are doing some code or doing some operation, you want to know about which data type that variable 2 or a variable that a has. So how to check this? So in order to check this, like, you have one inbuilt function, that is type. Just enter type bracket. If you want to know the type of a and comma type b, I will copy it. Okay, okay, type b, here type of c, type of d, type of e. Okay, I will print this, print, then I run this code. So it gives the type of all your variable. For example, the class a means the a is variable, belongs to int, means it's an integer value. So the second b is a float, so it's giving a result as float. Then the c is a string because it has the text, and class string. The d is also class string. The last is bool value. So this is how you can check your data type by using the type function. So this is about some basic about this data types in the Python. So these are the basic inbuilt data types. We have many other data types like tuples, list, date and time. These are the data types. We need to define that first before we using that in our language or coding. We need to define, but these are the basic data type. This Python automatically understood or identified this as a data types.